Hi Kiwi, and welcome at long last back to a new episode of Hades 1. It has been so long since I last recorded, and we're bringing it back with my favorite build in the game, a 50 heat run with the aspect of Achilles. We are going to go for a Glacial Glare build.
I'm asking for it.
Full disclosure, I am running two mods on this, a boon selector so that I'm guaranteed Glacial Glare at the start of this run, and the guaranteed story rooms just for a little bit of better RNG. Alright, epic tier Glacial Glare to begin with. We also get a Chaos Room. I don't know what's in the Chaos Room, and any Broken Pot, any cast rerolls his boons anyway, so it's pretty much an RNG shot at what I get here, but I'm hopeful for cast, of course. We get... Oh, there we go. Perfect. Okay. I took only only one level of... what is it called? Approval process, so that I can guarantee at least a better chance at getting the boons I want here. But really, honestly... I've tried this a couple times off camera, and it is so much harder when you only have one Glacial Glare for or Crystal Beam for the entire run. So getting that early Chaos Boon makes this actually way more doable. We'll hopefully see another one. If we get 3 Glacial Glares at a time, or even just Artemis. I mean, Artemis's Legendary is very unlikely here. And we're just hoping for good Chaos Boons, frankly. And so getting an early Chaos cast is amazing. Now, alright, so where have I been? Oh my goodness, Kiwi. You know how in the last episode I was like, I'm going to be going back to recording regularly, and I'm so looking forward to it. That never changed. It was largely just everything in life decided to light up on fire and blow up real fast. And for the sake of the point of this channel being something to help you to fall asleep to, I'm not going to harp on too much of that. I'll focus on one thing that we're both taking the piss out of, but largely... We, once again, had to contend with the notion of mortality in loved ones far more than we deserved, and thankfully things have improved. Everyone is, at best, stable, if not doing well. But, needless to say, between me burning out from work, and on top of that, just the nature of maintaining a channel while having a bunch of real-life events going on, I think I'll go for Sisyphus here. Free money. We'll save the coin for another boon for the end shop of the floor. All right, Boldy, give us...
Before you go, Prince said, a little souvenir from your fine stay in Tartarus.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm taking coin, of course. I can't heal here. I'm at max
Cheers,
HP reduction.
Boldy. Thank you for brightening my day or night.
All right, Boldy, give us something good, and we get attack damage. All right, you know what? That'll help carry us, and we do get Artemis. This is amazing because we want her duo with Poseidon as soon as possible. The sooner we get, what is it called? Oh my goodness, Kiwi! It's been so long. That was a wasted meg if ever there was one. It's been so long since I recorded. I'm forgetting the names of the duo boons. What is it? Mirage Shot. There we go. Mirage Shot. If we get Mirage Shot, that would also be a huge improvement to our overall DPS. But the goal here is ultimately get as much cast damage and cast number, or cast stones, as we can. Hopefully we get Glacial Glare from Demeter sooner than later. Slowing down enemies makes things a lot more doable, and if we can get any of her boons that enhance that with, I'm forgetting what it is, the Winter's Decay, or the one that puts decay on them, the debuff that causes them to take damage over time.
Not been going very well so far, I see.
Yeah, I'm definitely taking a lot of damage, but that's why we have Stubborn Defiance. I forget, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like I have gotten Artemis's call for most of these high heat runs.
Let's see you put your youthful reflexes to work.
Alright, I am going to play super safe and hopefully get... Oh gosh, Flame Wheels are unideal for this because they're just going to run through the beams and I'm not going to be able to reliably hit them, but if I cheese them with the special, I might be able to get away with this. Those clotheslines are probably going to be the thing that take me out, frankly, or make me lose the Erebus Gate, though. But we'll see. We will see. And so far, so good. There's a chance. There is at least a chance. Alright, so back on the topic, I need to kind of address where have I been. So, like I said, a lot of... Take the attack here for probably duo... Yeah, I'll take the attack for duo boon chance. And keys for rerolls for here for sure. Anyway. I guess I could argue the Nectar for a palm on the cast, but now I'm gonna stick with rerolls. They're more important this early. Anyway, okay, so your mom tried to die. Our cat tried to die. My mom had to go into surgery and be off for chemotherapeutic meds for a while to be able to do that. And just work-related stress. It's been a blast. Also, apparently I have pneumonia, but like that's the least of my worries, frankly, because I feel relatively good for pneumonia. It's just they took x-rays because I've had a fever that's been ongoing for so long. And they're like, oh, hey, look, you got something in your left chest, your left lung. Let's fix that. I'm on like 2 different antibiotics right now, but you know what? This is fine. This is if my pneumonia is like the worst thing that's going on right now because everyone else is actually doing pretty well, all things considered. Knock on wood, please knock on wood. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
More to fight.
At least my worries. So, the only thing I'm going to talk about is our, as you put it, fucking idiot disaster cat, Chroma, because she was a cat. She is a cat that's notorious for having a bit of pica. She likes to eat stupid things. And so when we brought her into the veterinarian's office for seeming sick, acting off, not keeping food down, we assumed, oh yeah, she's just gotten another foreign body because the last time she had a foreign body, it was on my birthday, right before I was in my final year of grad school, you know, so that was great. That was a great birthday present. I got to watch the surgery, which was really cool, but I digress. So we just figured, okay, she's got another foreign body. We go in and the doctor palpates a mass in her abdomen. And so we're told our cat has cancer, which is great, just great. We were obviously very brokenhearted, and there's a good outcome to the story, mind you. But, oh hey Chaos, nice of you to show up again. Come on, give us another cast. Come on, let's see what we get. And we get, oh, okay, I'll take a 50 heat Death Defiance, sure. The chamber previews being hidden are not gonna be great for me, but honestly, it's worth it. Okay, guess it doesn't really matter which room I choose here. Anyway, okay, so the vet does an ultrasound. They say she has a mass somewhere in her intestines, and they don't feel comfortable doing surgery about it. So we end up having to take her to a specialty clinic, and we have 2 friends that are also veterinarians, and they basically said the same thing. They think that she has cancer.
Into some setbacks if you have.
And so we are just absolutely distraught. We end up following up with a tertiary care facility that can do oncology and surgery, not with the expectation of necessarily pursuing that, because veterinary oncology actually really does focus on quality of life. So we learned they have a lot fewer side effects than people do, because where people are focused on curative measures, which kind of make the short term worse for the better long-term outcome, veterinary medicine, because patients don't live long enough to really see those long-term downstream side effects of the slower, more quality of life focused treatments, they actually have fewer side effects. They still definitely have side effects, but definitely fewer. Needless to say, though, we go see this oncologist, and they do a bunch of diagnostics, and they basically tell us the mass has ruptured, and our options are either euthanize, because her prognosis is hours to days, or go for emergency surgery without any clear answers of whether we're going to have a big long-term outcome. They gave us like 2 big differentials as like a mast cell tumor or lymphoma, which cats are super prone to. Although lymphoma doesn't usually form solitary masses, it absolutely can. I think I sell support fire here. Yeah, okay. So far, so good, all things considered. We've got 2 casts, and we've got Chaos's Death Defiance. So we're sitting pretty good going into Tartarus. No, not Tartarus. Asphodel. There we go. Asphodel. My goodness, you can feel the rust kind of shaking off there. Not the best look. Anyway, so yeah. So we went there for not necessarily expecting chemotherapy, because it's a huge cost, and I don't think either of us felt it was fair to Chroma for the stress to her, and certainly financially it wasn't necessarily feasible. But they basically tell us surgery, we don't have answers at this time, but the mass has ruptured, her life's at risk. It's do or die sort of situation. So, emotional whiplash round 2. We thought, we had expectations going in, but we didn't have expectations of, oh, we have to make a decision right now. Because if nothing else, she still had some quality of life. She was eating, she was energetic, she was playful. She was just feeling real crummy. And we were hopeful we could get something to kind of keep her comfortable. I'll take refreshing nectar here. We're gonna hopefully get a really good Hermes boon, or honestly a high level glacial glare would be amazing for us, so I'll take either of those. Hopefully Demeter shows up and gives us that sooner than later. Anyway, so basically we end up going ahead with the surgery and deciding, okay, we want answers, we want to figure out what's happening, and so we'll go ahead and get that done. And so The other thing they found was apparently her spleen looked abnormal. So basically all signs pointed towards cancer. She was losing weight rapidly, she couldn't eat, she had a mass in her abdomen, and her spleen looked abnormal. We go ahead with the surgery, we bring her home, which, my goodness, that was a stressful weekend. That was such a stressful weekend. And we set her up in her private little castle pen. We have like a nice little pen, set her up with food, water. She was a hot mess in there. Okay, but let's talk about the recovery period. And again, your, as you put it, fucking idiot disaster cat, and how she chose to sleep in this pen. So she, of course, needed a cone on her head to keep her from eating at her incision, like every good cat would do. I think we go for Demeter here because we really need Glacial Glare. I'm going to reset my HP just for having a little bit better fighting chance in the next room. So she had the cone on, and she discovered that if she took the little blankets we set up for her in her pen, squished them underneath her, it would prop her up just high enough that she could angle her face straight down and have the cone perpendicular with the ground. So she just like was using the cone to like rest her neck. So she would have like a sharp angle downwards of her neck. It looked so weird. But basically she just, when she was sleeping, she just used the cone to rest her head up. With the like entrance to the cone flush with the ground. It was the stupidest looking thing. Truly the most pitiful cat we own by a considerable margin. And anyway, and so we kept her on pain meds. She was a roly-poly, very cuddly girl when she... Okay, good, we did get a higher tier Glacial Glare. That's going to help us a lot, because now that enemies are getting slowed, they'll be a lot easier to contend with. Anyway, so we... Fountain Chamber also great, even if we can't heal, it's one less room we have to deal with, and more at this point, honestly, HP is probably our priority, and any Chaos Gate we can find also will do us a lot of good. Anyway, so long story short, we have her put through like 2 weeks of recovery, just hanging out in the pen, and she is eating amazingly well. Like, she is scarfing down her food, starting to put some weight back on. So the short-term prognosis felt pretty good. Like, yeah, we have cancer on the table, but at least she's doing better in the short term. And then her veterinarian calls and gives us probably the single most genuine emotional whiplash I have felt in my life after going through like 2 weeks of depression and just not like wanting to engage with anything. We're told that it wasn't cancer, and that our initial suspicion of a foreign body, she ate something stupid, was most likely the cause. They couldn't find any cancer. I buy the spoon for sure. I'll take the palm first. It does. Oh, it hits the cast, of course. Ooh, crystal clarity. There we go. Okay, we're basically full build here. If we get Mirage Shot from Poseidon and Artemis duo, that would be amazing. But frankly, just palm levels on Glacial Glare will do us great. Plus whatever Hermes can offer. Anyway, so no cancer whatsoever. They couldn't find any evidence. The spleen was involved, or not even related. It was an incidental finding. Apparently our genius cat that loves to rest on high places and then get really happy and start rolling around and then fall off the surface, they think she probably just traumatized her spleen. And all they found was scarring on it. So she's now down one kidney, down one spleen, and down her cecum, which is like the spot that connects small intestine to large intestine. And she's living her best life by immediately upon being removed from her cone, let out of the pen, eating something and vomiting it up, because that is exactly the kind of cat Chroma is. She does not learn from her mistakes, and no matter how hard we try to keep the house clean, she still manages to find something. I have seen this cat eat cat litter. She is functioning on fewer brain cells than I have, and that is a achievement, frankly. Anyway, so yeah, and then all they found was what they called a draining tract, which is basically they found a hole in the intestine wall with like a line of infection that was draining out of it. And they don't know what it was. We couldn't find it. We just know that she ate something stupid. It punctured her intestine, and then her body tried to wall it off and form like basically I would say like an abscess maybe, but that mass was just basically the body like having extended inflammation for so long it just kind of walled things off, and all the lymph nodes that were involved in the area were just responding to infection and inflammation. Her weight loss was just because it was getting so bad that it was causing her to be unable to properly digest things. And it just was one of those things where cats are amazing at hiding things being wrong until they can't hide it anymore. And she was one of those cats. Like, she vomited here or there, but she wasn't like unable to keep food down. So yeah, they did some extra testings just to make sure they didn't miss anything, and they called us like a week ago saying, yeah, still, all they think is infection, inflammation. There's no further concern at this time unless she gives us a concern, which, aside from her habits of pica, which we're trying so hard, but when you can't, I think the phrase is you can't fix stupid, and stupid is Chroma's modus operandi, unfortunately. But all things said, things are stable, things are well. Your mom's doing well, Chroma's doing well, my mom's doing well, and my chest is tight, but I'm doing well too. I'm just so tired, Kiwi. Which, honestly, good news about that is, we'll take Extending Jab. Now, honestly, running a cast build, it doesn't really matter what hammer we take, but we definitely take the Chaos Gate here. We could see another cast. I'm thinking about Hermes, but I think I definitely go Chaos here because we get so much more from another cast or a cast damage up. Let's see what we get. Okay, and nothing. I think I reroll here just for the chance. We got it. Oh my goodness, we got another cast down, Kiwi. Okay. So, I didn't mention this at the start because I wanted to kind of talk about the traumatic series of events that have been ongoing in life recently first, but okay.
It's only me as well.
We're gonna take Touch of Sticks, of course, here. That'll give us a huge chance of survival, get us through Elysium, get us through Hades. Ooh, that trial is tempting. I'm on 6 minutes. I could consider it. I will probably throw the run if I go for it. This is a tough decision. Do I take the free room or do I take the risky room with a bunch of benefit? We know the answer to this. I don't play smart. I mean, like I said before, you can't fix stupid, and
I have to pick a side.
Chrome and I are more alike than I want to admit. Ravenous Will is probably the best option here. It'll give me some damage reduction. Although, more... Yeah, no. We definitely take that over the special.
Am I some kind of pushover?
Well, yes, Artemis, you are, but only because you have the easiest trial for me to deal with in most situations. In most situations, mind you. Anyway, okay, so I don't even remember where I was tangenting off to, but basically, everyone, as far as I am aware, is doing well. I'm doing well. My fever is improving on the antibiotics. My headaches and sore throat and tight chest aren't really fixed, but they're probably getting better. And now we're just having a nice casual romp through the Hades realm, using my favorite build that Chaos has basically just decided we're gonna win. Right, that's what I was going to say. Just to kind of address... Right, I forgot they have special commentary if I use their call.
So you survived. So what?
He's so mad. All right, Hunter's Mark. Yeah, we'll take that gladly. That's another whole bunch of damage. It won't do as great against Hades for the most part, but I'll take what I can get, you know? And it'll make the Elysium even easier. And there is Athena to just potentially give us her dash. This could... Oh, and we got this one. Okay, we got the Giant Soul Catcher, which is like the boss we want. We do not want to play with Asterius. Asterius does not play nice with Glacial Glare, but Crystal Beam versus Giant Soul Catcher, it just sits there and gets melted with ice.
Do not forget the changing.
That doesn't make sense. Holy Shield, do I roll here for dash, or do I just take it? I'm rolling. I need the dash. We got it. Okay, we got the dash. Oh my goodness, Kiwi, this is the run. This is absolutely the run where we get speared up into 50 feet. Do I go for the... I go for the Hermes Boon here. You know what? It'll be higher rarity, and I feel like I can be pretty safe here with my Crystal Beam. Okay. I'm just gonna plop as many of them down as I can and just mash that cast button. Oh, good. Chariots with the... Yeah, that was never gonna happen. I could have been smart with my dashes, but I hate Chariots, Kiwi. I think we've, like... it's good to be back. It's not good to be back with Chariots, is all I'm gonna say. Least favorite enemy in the game, genuinely. Anyway, okay, so what I wanted to say is I didn't really address how I picked my Pact of Punishment for this run. We are going Extreme Measures 4, which, under most circumstances, I would never pick. But I genuinely believe I can just play super safe with Glacial Glare, Crystal Beam, that I can kite out Hades and just cheese him once we get to him. And with 2 Death Defiances, assuming I don't eat it in the Heroes fight, and assuming Kiss of Styx makes it to Hades' room, which means we will need the 2 Chamber 6 RNG for this to happen. But there's a decent chance I can make it happen. And frankly, I'd rather take 1 less roll of approval process, so I have a bit more flexibility in what boons I can pick, especially because we are so dependent on Chaos. that it is, I think it's just preferable to take that, let go, and not take hide and security, which in normal circumstances I would say is definitely a free pick. It definitely, I try as much as I can to avoid taking extreme measures for and hide and security at the same time, just because I have to dodge so much with Hades already. Dealing with pots is just miserable. But yeah, at this point, it's basically just use my dashes and my special to kite out enemies as much as possible, and then depend on Crystal Beam to just do the rest of the work. Drop Crystal Beam, run away, and have a great time. And so far, so good, I would say. I think this is working fairly well. We also have a pretty decent amount of max HP. Speaking of which, I have the coin. Do I buy this? I do. Yeah, I definitely do. Another Athena. We already have her dash. Do I just take more HP at this point? I mean, trade for her call, and Holy Shield are decent. I think I go for it. Oh, right, and we want Death Defiances from her. Although I don't know if I have the Chaos Death Defiance. Can I get more Death Defiances from her if I use my Stubborn Defiance here? That was a lot of Defiance in one sentence, but I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I have to remember to let myself die for that to even happen, and I don't know if it's worth the bother. I mean, it's definitely worth the bother, but I'm gonna focus on killing enemies first and then maybe X myself off before I grab the boon. We'll see. I may just take it and hope for, like, Holy Shield. Let's see. Blinding Flash? I mean, that'll let us get up. Honestly, I'm just gonna take the damage reduction. Blinding Flash is cool for getting, what is it called, status privilege or privilege status, but conversely, it requires me to dash into enemies, and I'm gonna be dashing away, so I don't think I'm gonna get it reliably. And we have Hunter's Mark, so we're kind of getting it a little bit. I think, oh, oh my goodness, Sure Footing is so big. Okay, now I don't have to worry about pots at all, because I actually don't remember if I took hide and security or not. I think I didn't, because I usually don't, but all right, do I line this up? I just missed it. Okay, well, that's fine. We can definitely kite them, and getting chilled stacked up to 10 so quickly with Glacial Glare means I'm not really afraid of the bull's charge, and I can use. I've done it a couple times without really addressing it because I've been so rambly, but I can use the call as a very, oops, oh gosh, that's 68 damage. It's fine. We do have our Stubborn Defiance. I can use both the special recall where I dash to the spear, as well as the iframes. Like the call, greater call gives you a whole lot of iframes. Lesser call does give you some, so if you time it right, you can use it defensively, and that's why I'm a little bit more prone to sitting on it or just eating it in the face from a giant axe with a bull that's flying at me. Sure, why not? Okay. I should try to use this Stubborn Defiance before I kill Theseus, but I'm not going to risk it. I want to play safe, so I'm just going to try and focus him down, and then if I find a good time to do it, oh my goodness, look at all these lasers. Oh goodness, Theseus, you're going to have a bad time. I don't think I'm going to be refunding this Death Defiance, which is honestly fine. One chamber of sticks will be plenty. Like, I don't think I'm going to die in a chamber of sticks enough to lose two Death Defiances, especially with the amount of healing we're getting from Kiss of Sticks at the moment, so I think we're fine. But yeah, so if anyone's been wondering where I am, that's kind of the long and short of it. Everything is on fire, but I'm okay. Kiwi's okay. We're both okay. We got married. That's still really cool. That happened like 3 months ago. Wow. It feels like so much longer when you live with someone. I'm going to take Acorn here. If we get, what is it? The Giant Gemstone or the Butterfly Ball, I'm going to lose those shields in a moment. I think I give up. Yeah, I'll give up the call. The iframes are nice, but honestly, I think I benefit from having the other boon a bit more. Hunter's Mark is too good. Anyway, so yeah, I'm a married man now, and all it did was put a ring on my finger and an extra smile on my face every time I look at my finger when I happen to remember my ring. So I have spent most of my life without jewelry or watches or anything accessory-wise that, because I am horribly irresponsible with accessories, and that's something I've recognized for myself for a long time. So like when people get me like little jewelry type things as gifts, I tend to leave them as like an ornament in my room or in a little box in a cabinet, because I am going to lose that present almost immediately. I have gone through like, I want to say at least 5 watches over the last, I average a watch a year, and I've just stopped buying watches. Or if I do buy a watch, it's like the cheap $10 children's watch that you can find at like a supermarket sort of thing. because I just lose them. I fidget with things a lot, and I take them off when I'm eating or using my fingers or hands or anything that requires some dexterity around the area where I'm wearing it. Necklaces probably would work well with me, but even those, I think I'm at risk of just losing at the drop of a hat. I just like, my brain does not get, I'm not used to wearing them. So when I take them off, I don't think, oh, hey, I'm forgetting something. Whereas like my cell phone, my keys, my wallet, they're always in a designated pocket in a designated spot around my body. So if they're not there, I recognize it immediately. Okay, cool. We actually managed to line that up. I timed it with him resurfacing perfectly. And now, oh my goodness, Tony, calm down. But look at the just the accumulating damage. It's accumulating like 800 in a second almost. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we're good. And oh, that is a delightful sound effect. Oh goodness. Oh goodness, that was fun. Demeter's Aid or Nourished Soul. I hate that you get Nourished Soul when you have maxed out lasting consequences. Honestly, the call is okay, but it causes so much visual clutter that I actually really dislike it. Like, I wouldn't say it's a bad call. It's definitely one of my least favorite calls in the game, though, exclusively because when I activate it, I have so much a harder time seeing things around me. As much as I want that hammer because of just the principle of wanting hammers, it doesn't actually benefit us to get it, and it's not a mini-boss chamber. And I've learned through these 50 heat challenges, we want mini-bosses as much as possible because they're huge time saves, and they're generally easier to kill than a chamber of sticks standard. So we're going for mini bosses first. We'll save the hammer for Lester. Honestly, if there's an HP room, I didn't like make a mental note of it. I'll probably go for that instead. Oh goodness, I am getting hit stun. What is that? What is happening? Oh, okay, come on. I'm not sure what just happened there. I'm not sure if my controller died or what. But you know what? At least we have the Kiss of Sticks bringing our HP up beautifully. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but I'm okay. We didn't lose it, and we got the 2 chamber sticks, which means we do have the Kiss of Sticks for Hades, which is huge for us. Pressure points, honestly, not a bad pick. 2% crit chance isn't huge, but it's going to be probably the single biggest damage buff that Artemis can give us, and we're not going to be hunting for extra boons at this point. We visit the shop, we buy what we can, which is going to be 1 more Artemis boon. Hidebreaker, we reroll this, see if we get... I'll take her call again, honestly. The iframes again. Well, here we go. Another 50 heat run with Artemis's call being...
compels the multi-headed hound to let him pass.
The Artemis's call being our call. All right, Kiwi. My favorite build in the game. It is super stacked up. Chaos just said, here, take my cast, take my Death Defiance. You are going to win this. Chaos, you magnificent entity. Thank you for what you are. Grant us this win on this most hallowed of eves, if you will. All right. Here's Daddy's to bring the spear and the fear.
Even if I vanquish you, arriving here is a sufficient feat.
Kiwi, I can feel you judging me for saying that. For context, Kiwi is sitting next to me crocheting while I'm doing this run, and she is in fact judging me. I saw that smile, that raised eyebrow look that that I know all too well. But look at that number just ticking up. He is at 4k damage, and now he's gonna disappear, so we don't get to see the number tick up further. But all right, this is the plan. We just kite him out. We try to get Acorn to second phase if we can. We try and kill his little summons. Of course, we get Gemstone, which is a bit of a hard counter to Acorn mechanics, but hopefully we burst this thing down. Okay, we burst this thing down. My goodness, Crystal meme builds are just so fun for me, Kiwi. Like, I think overall this is probably my favorite boon synergy, but if I was looking at gods objectively as like who I think is funnest, it's definitely Poseidon. Like, hands down, Poseidon's boons are just silly, making enemies bounce around the room into each other and explode. It's just too funny. But like, in terms of like favorite build path, this is objectively my favorite boon set, no questions asked. I'm gonna save the greater call for either a hit or to try and take out the mini boss. Let's see what we got. Oh, we got Sneak. Sneak is a bit more manageable, but I'm definitely gonna lose some Acorn charges to it. It's still preferable to Butterfly Ball, so I'll try and melt it with, I melted one of them with the Artemis Call. The other one survived, and it's gonna be hard to keep the Crystal Beams trained on it because it's teleporting around so much. But even if we keep 1 Acorn charge into the next 2 phases, that'll help us a lot. Something tells me it's not going to happen. Honestly, like, I still think Acorn is super valuable in Extreme Measures 4 because no matter what, you're blocking damage. But there are just so many ways for Hades to kind of cheese those counts out of you if you get bad mini boss RNG.
Come on and die.
You really want the Skull Crusher if you can luck into finding it, honestly, because that one, it's so easy to kite, it's so easy to avoid. It doesn't have the shockwave like when you're fighting the Mega Gorgon. Oh gosh, oh. It's a good thing we had sure footing there, because based on the damage I just took, I can now confirm safely that I did in fact take hide and security. So, this is fine. Honestly, it's probably a matter of I just wanted to make sure that I had approval process only at 1 tier so that I, again, I depend so heavily on Chaos right now for RNG that I didn't want to risk even worse RNG with just bad rolls. Because, like, the idea is, in theory, I can do the run, but I'd like to be able to actually do the run without being punished. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're good. We're good. We evaded Cerberus, or rather Cerberus just kind of objectively missed us. You ever think Cerberus is just being a good boy and he sees where you're standing and oh my goodness, that was 95 damage. Okay, so we have, oh boy, that's a lot of things. I still got hit, darn it. I panic popped my call. It was definitely the right call because it finished phase 2 pretty quickly. But we have 1 hit with this Stubborn Defiance and probably 1 to 2 hits with the other one. So let's see if we can get this. Like I said, going into this, how did that turn not pop though? All right, going into this, the plan is just play super safe. I am trapped in the corner and really unhappy about the circumstances. Okay, let's get out of here. All right, oh, perfect, he's gonna heal. That gives us a ton of time for, I shot that the wrong way. Plenty of time to heal, come on. All right, just pop this and then dash behind the wall. All right, we have got this, come on. Couple more of these, couple more of those. Okay, he's darknessing, I don't know where he is. There he is, oh, ooh, just barely dashed out of that one. Oh my goodness, the banking on that shot. All right, I think we've got him. I think we've got him. Just keep dropping lasers. Oh, he did the lasers too. Okay, dead. Oh, we did it. Okay, there we go. 50 heat, spear complete with my favorite build.
Defeated me somehow. And
yet, there's only a couple more weapons to go before we have every weapon beat on 50 heat, which is kind of insane.
Yes.
I know I've said this in previous episodes. I remember when 32 heat was such a benchmark, and now it just feels like a walk in the park, relatively speaking. Like, I feel like if I go back to a lower heat, it's just gonna feel wrong. But honestly, I don't mind not having to sweat every time I play Hades, to be honest. So maybe some casual runs. Honestly, I could do with a casual run. We got my favorite build to 50 heat. Now let's do something fun. I'll do something silly. I've been eyeballing some mods that I think will be fun. So look forward to that in the next one. But anyway, let's see. Definitely Crystal Clarity, Aspect of Achilles. I think we probably just honor the cast-ups now. Unless there's something else. I mean, Hermes came in clutch with giving us a faster regeneration. But we did get three extra casts from Chaos. Or no, 2 extra casts from Chaos plus auto reload. But you know what? You know what I want to honor? I think we honor Best Boy. We're gonna honor... Yeah, we're gonna honor Boldy. There we go, Heart of Stone. Boldy believed in me, and I believed in Boldy. There we go, Kiwi. 50 heat complete on the spear with the cheesiest build in the game, frankly. I had a great time. It feels good to be back. I do intend to upload more regularly, barring another familial catastrophe, so look forward to a bunch of things.
Alas, the wisely spoken Zagreus stumbled upon a pit of deadly spears, perhaps.
Those things at least being a couple more episodes of Hades, then switching into Hades 2, finishing off 9 Souls, and probably a whole bunch of Pikmin, because you have been watching a lot of Pikmin videos lately, and I'm not beyond indulging in your basic needs.
Not bad at all, really.
Clearly you need Pikmin, I guess.
Everyone needs back. They won't catch me sleeping on the job again.
You said it, Hypnos. I am back. Alright, doesn't look like there's any too exciting dialogue here, so let's pet the dog for good RNG on the next run.
Had enough to eat lately, haven't you, boy?
And I'll probably check the broker just to make sure there's nothing I want to buy there. We still have some things we need to get for completion's sake, but... Kiwi. I pet the dog. I could use a dog in real life to pet too.
You want more pets? I got more pets here, boy.
Yeah, more pets for sure. Alright, Kiwi, learn from Zagreus. More pets is always good. Also, by the way, thank you for all the head pets you've been giving me lately while I've been, like, in my sick coma on the couch.
Cerberus lies as ever at the foot of his Lord Master's throne.
It has been a long while since I've taken good, convincing naps.
Let's reconvene the court now, I suppose.
And thank you for your hand in that. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha.
Excellent work, Cerberus.
Cerberus is such a good boy. He deserves all the pets. As do I. Remember that, Kiwi. All right. Yeah, we'll buy that darkness because our, what is our, I'm forgetting his name. Our the guy who gives us badges that are just for burning off extra darkness. I forget his name, but we'll be needing to indulge in his services fairly often. All right, Kiwi, let's say goodnight to Skelly and call it an episode. I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. If you're sleeping, I hope you're sleeping well. I love you, and I will see you in the next one for either some shenanigans or another 50 heat run. We'll see. Sleep well, love.